when I work with clients that are in a similar space or in that transition, or what do I do now? I go back to that breadcrumb analogy. I like to say, if you're on, let's say we've got a process of A to Z, and Z is like the ideal dream life, and you're on C, stop trying to see what X, Y, and Z are. You can't. And the more you try to see that, you're actually doing yourself a disservice, because again, you've got to be in that in between space, right? So if you're on level C, you got to just look at D. That's it. That's what your focus is. And for a lot of us, this is not a cognitive exercise, right? This is not logic. It's got to be felt sense. It's got to be based in the body. I talk to clients about this idea of what makes you feel alive, right? And for me, the feeling of aliveness comes through being completely enamored by something, being completely obsessed with something, being completely just fascinated. Like, I can't get enough of it. I want to dig in. I want to roll around in it more. And when I get that spark, I follow it. And, it doesn't have to be a big, giant leap. It can just be a subtle pivot where you start exploring something that is calling you, that you find interesting. And in a week, it might not be interesting to you anymore, and that's okay. And then you pivot again, right? But it's a process, that ABC all the way to Z is really a process of pivot, 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 follow those breadcrumbs and kind of allow things to unfold the way that they're meant to unfold. But you can't force it. You can't crowbar yourself into Z, which I think a lot of us want to know the answer. And sorry, it doesn't work that way.